UVI has released Bloom, a reverb that excels at ambient textures and ambient soundscapes. It can also work in more normal situations as a sort of workhorse reverb. This video focuses more on the weirder stuff. Full disclosure, UVI is sponsoring this video, but they did not see this video before you do, and my opinions are mine and mine alone. Now back to the ambient soundscapes. When you use something as simple as this synth, Bloom can transform it into soundscapes. Pay attention on the smoothness of the reverb tail. And on the other end of the spectrum, here are some drums with Bloom. Like this, Bloom works really well as a normal reverb. I won't go over every dial and function of Bloom, but here are some of my personal favorites. The rise control changes how the reverb develops. There are 3 reverb modes in Bloom. Single mode uses 1 reverb engine and serial and parallel use 2 slightly detuned reverb engines. With serial, 1 reverb feeds into the other, and with parallel they play together. The diffusion control in combination with the taps mode can give sounds varying from reverbs to more echo-like. Now you made it so far in the video, so please make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. The Preset Voyager window is a lot of fun and ideal when you just want to browse through presets to get inspired. The cool thing is that between these presets all the settings morph. You can use those in-between settings as well. I'll leave it here. It sounds like an old Eventide H3000 pitch shift. Now let's get into the more creative usage of Bloom. For that, check this next 2-bar loop, all made with UVI plugins. First I'll play clean and then I'll enable the 5 instances of Bloom. As you can hear, I use Bloom to make the track sound a lot bigger. Let's break down what is going on. There are 2 synths in this loop, both use the UVI UVX 3P synth. Bloom is set up in such a way that it acts like a delay. But the sound is, because of Bloom, more diffused and roomy. This adds quite a bit of epicness to the synth sound. For the second synth, Bloom is set up in a very similar way. I have used the single mode for both of these delay echo type of effects. The other tracks are all drums. I used the UVI drum designer for that, with every instrument sent to its own output. The first thing with Bloom is the clap. This one is really a straight reverb. Bloom works in serial mode for this. The hi-hats are dry, nothing is added here. Now with snare, the things get a lot more interesting. Bloom works in parallel here, and you get this kinda weird, really blooming sort of reverb filter effect. In the mix, this sounds like a diffused echo. And I timed the pre-delay in such a way that it creates a sort of pull in the overall groove. The most out-of-the-box usage is Bloom on the kick. Bloom isn't used here as a reverb, but as a low-end drone that is triggered by the kick, the type you hear a lot with this type of dark techno. Bloom is set up as send effect here. The mode is serial, the high pass is all the way down, the width is almost mono, and there's quite a bit of pre-delay happening. Now I did use the stock EQ of Cubase to remove more of the high end. To make it sound really dark and droney. By the way, if you like this particular loop, look up the Midnight Sun track by Shay the Castro, since this loop is 100% a rip-off of her amazing song. I have it linked in the description. There are so many reverb plugins already for sure, but I do think that Bloom absolutely is worth checking out, especially since its approach to reverb is so different. So check it out and find out if it fits in your audio toolshed.